Up could be brewing for congressional district maps across the country. Republicans in Texas attempting to redraw the state's congressional lines to gain as many as 5 House seats. But Democratic state lawmakers have fled the state, leaving the state to block a vote on the proposed map. WENY Washington correspondent Brendan Scanlon joins us live with new details tonight from Capitol Hill. Good evening, Brendan.
Hey there, Renata. Good evening. Well, the redistricting fight in Texas is more than just a state house scuffle. It's the opening move in what's shaping up to be a nationwide political chess match with potentially huge ramifications. Texas Governor Greg Abbott called a special session to redraw the lines of several congressional districts, a process known as redistricting that is carried out at the state level once each decade following the census. However, a mid-decade redistricting effort backed by President Donald Trump and protested by state Democratic lawmakers has now led to threats of arrests and civil warrants.
I have signed the civil arrest warrants. We will work with DPS to locate members,
prompting Democrats in Austin to skip town and flee to blue states like New York. The redistricting ripple effect is already spreading, with GOP-led states considering copycat moves and Democratic governors ready to retaliate. In an op-ed Tuesday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said, quote, "We are also reviewing every legal and legislative option to redraw our own maps in New York. If Republicans are changing the rules, we'll meet them on the same field, with strategy, with resolve, and without apology." Congressional Republicans in blue states firing back.
She wants to rig our elections with new illegal mid-decade redistricting. It's a blatant power grab. New York's Constitution is clear. Redistricting happens once a decade, not whenever the governor feels like she should do it.
There's no federal mandate about what has to happen when redistricting comes about. And we see a wild amount of variation between states about who decides ultimately how these districts are drawn.
In Texas, the state legislature is responsible for conducting the process following the census. In some states, there is nothing that prevents legislatures from redistricting more often. But experts warn that a redistricting arms race will not end well.
It's just an escalation in an era where there's been too many of them. We need to tamp down this type of partisan aggressiveness and really let the institutions be the institutions.
And Renata, if Texas Republicans are successful, this redistricting arms race could become a new front in the battle for control in Congress here in Washington, with just over a year until the 2026 midterm elections. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WENY News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Renata, back to you.